So before we understand this table creation concept, we have to understand the ServiceNow overview. Guys, when a company purchased the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company, like TCS company went to ServiceNow company and purchased the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company. Let us take Deloitte company went to ServiceNow company and purchased the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company. Our KPMG company went to ServiceNow company and purchased the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company. Okay. After purchasing the product, so company will give ServiceNow company will give one database. Okay. ServiceNow company will give one database. So let me just go to the whiteboards and explain you that. This whole area is actually a ServiceNow database, guys. This whole area. Okay. ServiceNow database. So when TCS company went to ServiceNow company, okay. So TCS company has to pay some amount to ServiceNow company, yearly basis, subscription basis, so that ServiceNow company will provide this database. Okay. So this is actually a ServiceNow database. ServiceNow database is collection of tables. ServiceNow database is collection of tables. You can see incident is actually one table. Incident. You in the ServiceNow you will see incidents, right? Incident is actually one table in the ServiceNow database. Problem is actually one table in the database. Change request is actually one table in the database. Knowledge is actually one table in the database. Users is actually one table in the database. Group is actually one table in the database. Role is actually one table in the database. Likewise, ServiceNow database is collection of tables. ServiceNow database is collection of tables. We have seen incident. So incident is actually a table in the database. We have seen problem. Problem is a table in the database. We have seen change request. Change request is a table in the database. We have seen knowledge. Knowledge is a table in the database. User, group, roles, departments, locations, incident task, HR task. These are actually tables in the database. It is a collection of tables in the database. Database is a collection of tables. Okay. So you have to remember database is collection of tables. Okay. Database is collection of tables. Now we will understand what a table. Table is combination of rows and columns. Okay. So I'm opening an Excel sheet, guys. I'm opening an Excel sheet. Okay. Let me open one blank Excel sheet. So this is an Excel sheet. Okay. Okay. We have this one totally we call it as table. Okay. This one we call it as table. Table is combination of rows and columns. See, you can call this as table anywhere, not only in ServiceNow. If you see in this format, you can call that as a table. If you see this format, we call this as table. Anywhere you go to SQL, you go to Power BI, you go to Tableau, you go to Salesforce, you go to any software. This format you call it as table. This format you call it as table. So service now. So this one is called table, right? Okay. It is actually combination of rows and columns. So this one is actually one row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. Likewise, we have 16 rows are there in total. So in this table, 16 rows are there. This one is actually a column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth, sixth, seventh. Likewise, we have 13 columns are there. So in this table, 16 rows and 13 columns. So for this table, I am giving, for this sheet, I am giving table name as incident table. So in the incident table, how many rows and how many columns are here? 16 rows and 13 columns. So I am creating a, consider this is a problem table. So we have 15 rows and 15 columns are there in this problem table. Okay, getting my point. So let us take this is a change request table. We have 12 rows and 12 columns in the change request table. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you here is database is collection of tables. Every table is combination of rows and columns. Okay. Every table is combination of rows and columns. Okay. Okay. We'll go to the ServiceNow database. In the ServiceNow database, we have around 5,500 tables are already there in ServiceNow. In ServiceNow database, 5,500 tables are already there in ServiceNow. So when TCS went to purchase ServiceNow product, TCS will purchase the product, right? When TCS purchase the product along with the database, we will get 5,500 tables. We will get by default. Okay. So let us say Wipro company went to ServiceNow company, and Wipro company purchased the ServiceNow product. So when Wipro company purchase ServiceNow product, when they are giving the product along with the product, they'll give 5,500 tables in the database. Okay, these tables are actually by default ServiceNow is providing. These tables are called out of the box tables. Whatever the tables that ServiceNow is giving along with the database, those are called out of the box tables. Okay. So in the ServiceNow database, we have 5,500 tables are there around. Okay. ServiceNow database is collection of tables. Every table is combination of rows and columns. Okay. Okay. So now I am going to the personal developer instance. Go to the application navigator, type tables here. Okay. Under system definition, you will have to click on tables here. You will have to click on tables here. If you click on tables, if you click on all here, you will be able to see around 5,500 tables are there. So in the database, we have 5,500 tables are there. Yes, these tables are by default, we are getting it from ServiceNow company. So we are getting this instance for free of cost. But organizations don't get it for free of cost. They have to pay some amount every year. They have to renew every year based on the employee strength. Okay. So in the ServiceNow database, we have 5,500 tables are there around. So out of them, incident is actually one of the table I told you, right? Equal to incident. Equal to means exact match. Equal to means exact match. With this name exactly it should match. So I am opening the incident table. So in the database, I am opening the incident table now. Okay. Scroll down. So you will be able to see show list here. Can't show list. So you can see this one is actually a row. This one is a row. This one is actually another row. Third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. Okay. Seventh row, eighth row, ninth row. Likewise, we have 130 rows are here. So in the incident table, how many rows are there? 130 rows. How many columns are there? 5, 5, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 4, 19. So we have 130 rows and 19 columns are there in the incident table. In the database, I have opened the incident table. In the incident table, we have 130 rows and 19 columns are there. So let me just open the problem table. So in the problem table, just click on show list here. Okay. So how many rows and how many columns are here? We have 28 rows. And how many columns? 5, 9, 11. So we have 28 rows and 11 columns in the problem table. Okay, this one is a row. This one is also a row. This one is also a row. Fourth row, fifth, sixth. Likewise, we have total 28 rows. 28 rows and 11 columns. So in the database, I am opening the change request table. You can't show list here. So here you can see how many rows are here. We have 108 rows here. 5, 3, 8. So 108 rows and 8 columns. In the change request table, 108 rows and 8 columns. So we'll go to knowledge table. In the knowledge table, in the database, I am opening the knowledge table. In the knowledge table, how many rows and how many columns are there, we'll see. Show list here. So here you can see 40 rows and 4 plus 3, 7. 40 rows and 7 columns. Okay. So in the database, I am opening the user table. Okay. So in the user table, how many rows and how many columns are there, we will see now. We have 704 rows and we have how many columns here? 7. 7 plus 6. 13. 704 rows and 13 columns are there in the user table. So we'll open this user table. We'll open group table. So these technical names you will understand, you will remember slowly. As I have been working into ServiceNow platform from last 13 years, I'm able to remember these names. You will slowly remember the table names. Okay. So I'm opening the group table from the database. So in the group table, how many rows and how many columns are there? We'll see now. Can show list here. The group table, 64 rows and 7 columns. Okay. In the role table, can show list here. So how many rows and how many columns are here? So we have 539 rows and 3 columns. Okay. So likewise, we have total 5,400 tables are there. 5,500 tables are there around. In every table, the data is stored in the rows and columns format. In every table, the data is stored in the rows and columns format. So here, one thing that you have to remember here is that whatever you enter in ServiceNow, we created incident that is stored in the incident table in the row format, rows and columns format. Whatever you enter, that will be stored somewhere in a table in the database. Getting my point? Whatever you enter, if you open ServiceNow, if you enter something, that will be stored somewhere in these 5,500 tables. Those values will be stored somewhere in the 5,500 tables. If you open the incident form, if you enter the values, that will be stored in the incident table. So let me just go to the users. In the users, how many rows and how many columns are here? 704 rows, right? And we have 13 columns. 704 rows and 13 columns. Now I am actually entering some values here. Okay. Getting my point? So here you entered these values. These values will be stored in the user table in the database. When I submit this one, you will be able to see. So total. Okay. So you will be able to see total 705 rows. So Shailaja value is stored in the user table, user ID field. Shailaja is stored in the name field. Shailaja@gmail.com is stored in the email field. So whatever the details that I entered is stored in the user table in the database. If I open the incident form, whatever the details that I am entering here, yes. Whatever the details that I am opening here, whatever the details that I am entering, okay, will be stored in the, go back. So in the incident list earlier 130 were there. Now we have 131. Okay. You can just sort this one. So this one we created recently, just now. So subcategory as email, created now. Category as inquiry help. So that means what we opened the incident form. Whatever the details that we entered is stored in the incident table in the database. Likewise, everything that you enter will be stored somewhere in a table. Okay. So here, if you go to the application navigator, so you marked one as favorite. Let us say I'm making system definition as favorite one. All these favorites will be stored separately in a table. All these favorites will be stored separately in a separate table. So history will be stored separately in a table. So to see the history, I am going to the tables. So in the tables, navigation. So you will be able to see navigation history, navigation underscore. Hmm? Not label history. Navigator history, this one. So in this table, your history will be stored. Okay. Your history, whatever you see the history here, right? This history is stored in this particular table. So what you have accessed in the past. So here you have actually opened this particular table in the past. So how many minutes ago? So before that, so these are the URLs that you opened. So this is what you have done in the past. This is your history. So I am deleting this history from here. If I delete the history from here, if I delete the history from here, automatically history will be deleted from here. Okay, automatically history will be deleted from here. Okay, likewise, everything, whatever you do, whenever you enter something, that should be stored somewhere in a table. ServiceNow is all about tables, guys. Okay, ServiceNow is all about tables. You can see the history is removed. You deleted them, right? So likewise, favorites also will be stored somewhere in a table. Hmm? Favorites. Home favorites. Maybe in this table or in this table, all the favorites will be stored. Likewise, guys, everything will be stored somewhere in a table in ServiceNow. How many favorites we marked here? 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Total 6 we marked as favorite. Which one is actually the particular table? So this bookmark table. Okay. In this particular table, all our favorites will be stored. Okay. So Uday Kishore Rai, system administrator. Huh? So system administrator has marked as favorite. How many? I think it is calculating the application menu modules also. So under favorite here, under this you have application menus, right? Let me delete this one. Let me remove this one as favorite. Now you can see how many are showing 71. Let me remove this one as favorite. You can see only 4 are favorite. Only 4 are favorite. So now you can see here how many are favorite? 1, 2, 3, 4. So likewise, all the favorites are stored in this particular bookmark table, bookmarks table. So likewise, whatever you do, everything will be stored somewhere in a table. So in ServiceNow, you will have to always play with the tables. In ServiceNow, you have to always play with the tables. You guys are clear, right? So ServiceNow, there is a ServiceNow database. In that database, we have 5,500 tables are there around. So ServiceNow database is actually full of tables, collection of tables. Every table is actually a combination of rows and columns. Even bookmarks also you can see rows and columns. You can see how many rows and how many columns. We have 4 rows and we have how many columns? 6 columns. 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 rows and 9 columns here. 4 rows and 9 columns. So likewise, every table is actually combination of rows and columns. This point is clear, right? Tables. Because if you understand this one, ServiceNow will become easy for you. Okay. Whatever the incident form that we see to create the incidents, right? We have seen incident form to create the incidents. That incident form is actually designed from the incident table. That incident form is designed from the incident table only. To design the forms, table is must. We have seen problem table. Problem table is designed from the problem table. Problem form is designed from the problem table. We have seen change form. Change form is designed from the change table. We have seen knowledge form. Knowledge form is designed from the knowledge table. We have seen user form. User form is designed from the user table. We have seen group form. Group form is designed from the group table. We have seen role form. Role form is designed from the role table. Yes, these every table is there in the database. You guys are clear, right? Okay. Yes. If you want to create a new table, you can also create a new table. So when company purchased the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company, by default 5,500 tables we are getting it, right? Those are called out of the box table. Apart from that, if you want to create a new table, you can create a new table as well. So guys, how do you differentiate which table is coming from directly ServiceNow, which table is created by us? So to differentiate it, if the table name is starting with U underscore, that we call it as ServiceNow developer created table. That is not coming from ServiceNow. If the table name is not starting with U underscore, that is provided by ServiceNow. Okay. U underscore means custom table. You can see it is not starting with U underscore. There are 5,409 tables which are coming directly from ServiceNow. Okay. There are some tables which are created by ServiceNow developer. The tables which are starting with U underscore are the tables which are created by us. User defined. ServiceNow developer created tables. If the table name is starting with U underscore, the table is created by ServiceNow developer. The table is not directly coming from ServiceNow. Likewise, we can differentiate it. In the database, which table is created by developer, which table is coming from ServiceNow directly. So user table, incident table, problem table, change table, knowledge table, group table, all these tables are directly coming from ServiceNow. Those are out of the box tables. You can see here equal to incident. So incident table name is not starting with U underscore. Is it starting with U underscore? No, right? So it is not starting with U underscore. That means the table is coming from ServiceNow. Okay. We can create it. So I'm actually uh, opening the change request table in the database. Change request table is starting with U underscore or not? It is not starting with U underscore. That is why it is actually called out of the box table. Getting my point? So this table is starting with U underscore Aadhaar card table. This table is created by me. ServiceNow developer created table. So likewise, you can segregate the difference between ServiceNow provided table and ServiceNow developer created table. Okay. Along with the ServiceNow provided tables, we can also create new tables as well. For every table, they will charge extra amount. For every new table you are creating, they will be charging extra amount for that. Okay. So I want to create a new table in the database. I want to create a new table in the database, guys. Go to the tables. Under system definition, you will find a module called tables here. Under system definition, you will find a module called tables here. So in these tables, I am creating a new table here. Okay. When you are creating the table, you see two things here. One is label, another one is name. So label is for employees purpose. Name is for ServiceNow developer purpose. Name is only for developers purpose. Employees, they don't know what is name. They only know the label. Label is for employees purpose. Name is for ServiceNow developers purpose. Employees means those who use ServiceNow. They use ServiceNow. They should only see the labels. They should not see the technical names. Okay. Label is for employees purpose. Name is for developers purpose. So I am actually creating a new table called Okay. Ticket booking. Table I am creating. So you can see it started with U underscore. Even if you try to remove this one, it won't allow you. Even if you try to remove this one U underscore, it won't allow you. Because this table is created by developer, user created table. That is why it will always starts with U underscore. Even if you try to remove U underscore also, it won't allow you to remove. And if you see T capital letter here, B capital letter, there is no capital letter here in the name. So table name always follow small case letters. There won't be any spaces here in the table names. If the table is created by ServiceNow developer, it will be starting with U underscore. This label is for employees purpose, name is for developers purpose. As a ServiceNow developer, you have to remember this table name always. When I ask table label, you have to answer this one. When I ask table name, you have to answer this one. Okay, we'll come to this extends table and we'll come to this create module later. I'm creating a new table here. So that means in the database, I have created a new table. They will charge only in the organization. They'll charge only for organizations. Okay. So when I created a table, you can see there are 6 fields you can see. Created by system ID, updated by updates. 6 fields got created automatically. These 6 fields are common in every table. There are 5,500 tables are there, right? In every table, you see these 6 fields. You take incident table. In the incident table also, you have created by, updated by, updates system ID fields. Okay. These are called system fields. Whenever a table is created, 6 system fields will get automatically created. These 6 fields are actually common in every table. Just a moment, guys. Okay. So whenever a table is created, 6 fields will get automatically created. These 6 fields are common in every table in the database. There are 5,500 tables are there. In every table, you see these 6 fields. Without these 6 fields, there won't be any table. Why? Because in a table, we can create the rows, right? So row is created what time? Who created it? Row is updated what time? Who updated it? How many times it is updated? What is the ID of that particular row? See, we created the user account. You remember? I think we going to the tables. Okay. So we created this particular row. So row, you can call it as row, you can call it as record. Okay. This one, what time we created? This user account, what time we created? Who created it? What time it was updated? Who updated it? How many times it was updated? Created, created by, updated, updated by, updated by, updates, system ID. System ID won't appear, okay? You can see created by admin. Admin means current logged in user. Okay. Created time. Updated. Who updated it? Updated by. So how many times it is updated? 0 times it is updated. System ID means you have to right click and copy system ID. So on which this particular record, Shailaja record, right click and copy system ID. Okay. So in every field, in every table, you see these 6 fields. So I am going to the problem table. Scroll down. Can't show list here. The problem field also you can see created by. Updated by, updates. You can see these 5 fields. So when was the problem record created? Who created? When was it updated? Who updated? How many times it was updated? If you want to take the system ID of the particular problem record, you can right click and copy system ID. So in every table, these 6 fields are common, guys. In every table, these 6 fields are common. Created by, updated by, update system ID. So in the database, we created a table called ticket booking table. Open this one. So in this table also 6 fields got created. We'll understand one by one. Created means on the table who created the row. Row or record. The table, no, not who, when. When record, when row created or record created. Okay, time. Created means time. Created by means person. Who created the row or record. Okay. So updated means when the record is updated. Who updated? Okay. How many times record updated. System ID is actually very, very important one, guys. Any table, whenever a row or record created, row, record, both are same. In any table, whenever a row or record created, a ID will be generated. Okay. In any table, whenever row or record created, an ID will be generated. It is called system ID. Okay. System ID is actually 32 alphanumeric characters. I'm just copying the system ID. Right click, copy system ID. That system ID is actually alphanumeric characters. See B8, AA, 6463, 637. This is actually alphanumeric characters. System ID is actually alphanumeric character. System ID is unique. One system ID, one record system ID will never match with other record system ID. One record system ID will never match with other record system ID. System IDs are unique. Let us say in the incident table, one row system ID, in the problem table, one row system ID, they won't match. System ID is unique across ServiceNow instance. It will never match. System IDs will never match. It is always unique. Every time when you create a row in a particular table, system ID will be generated. That system ID will never match with any other record in any other table in ServiceNow. Okay. So remaining things, remaining form design, we will be discussing it in tomorrow's session. So hope you guys are able to understand the overview of ServiceNow. Okay. Any application, it can be ITBM, it can be ITSM, it can be HRSD, it can be CSM. Every product is in ServiceNow is built using tables only. You guys are clear, right? Okay. Any questions from anyone, guys? I am unmuting everyone. Guys, I have unmuted everyone. You guys can ask your questions.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you tell me once again, sir, that how to create the table when I can't see my network issue? So please, can you tell me again?
Which one?
Table creation, sir.
Complete topic, Sandeep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, complete topic I will be discussing anyhow in tomorrow's session.
Okay.
Okay. See, here there is a database. If you go to the system definition, under system definition, you will find a module called tables. Under system definition, you will find a module called tables.
Okay.
So here you will create a new table here.
Okay.
So in this table, you see label and a name here. Label is for employees purpose. Name is for ServiceNow developers purpose.
Okay.
Label is for employees purpose. Name is for ServiceNow developers purpose. As a ServiceNow developers, we always use the table name. Okay.
Okay.
So similarly, I created a table called ticket booking table. So this is the label. This is the name. So name is starting with U_ because it is a ServiceNow developer created table, user created table. So in the table, 6 fields got automatically created by, updated by, updates and system ID. So created field, when the record is created, when the row is created, and who created it, and system ID is actually a unique ID that will be generated whenever a row is created, and updated. So when was the last time record updated, and who was the person last updated time, last updated, and how many times it was updated. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if we mistakenly delete one table, how can we yeah, you can get it back, guys. So there is a backup mechanism in ServiceNow. Whenever you delete a table, you can get it back. Okay, that I'll show you in coming sessions. There is a backup mechanism. Whenever we deleted something, whenever you deleted something, it won't be deleted directly. It will be stored somewhere. So from there, if you delete permanently, it will be deleted. So when you delete it, it will be stored somewhere. So there, what you will do, you will apply a flush mechanism. Flush mechanism means after 30 days, it should automatically flush out. It should automatically delete that particular deleted records. So likewise, in ServiceNow, whenever we delete something, it won't be deleted. It will be stored somewhere. From there, if you delete it, it will be deleted permanently. ServiceNow has that mechanism.
Hi, sir.
Guys,
Yeah,
just a,
Neil.
just a moment, Nilma. Somebody is asking a question. Hmm.
నేమ్ అనేది యూ అండర్స్కోర్ టికెట్ బుకింగ్ అని ఉంది కదా, అలా కాకుండా నేమ్ టికెట్ బుకింగ్ అని వచ్చేసి నేమ్ వచ్చేసి యూ అండర్స్కోర్ టీబీ అని అలా రాయొచ్చు.
Yeah, you see, when creating the table itself, you have to change the name. You underscore TB, something like that, you can keep. Once created, you can't change it. You can change the label. See here, if you closely observe here, you can change the label. You can keep TB here, ticket booking. But you can't change the name once created. For creating itself, you can change it. You underscore TB, something like that. Yes. Go to the tables. Hmm. See, for every record, unique ID will be generated, right? So that unique ID will be there for the record always. Okay. So you are telling ticket booking, right? So you want to keep it here as you underscore TB. You can change it. But once created it, you can't change it. But you underscore should be as it is. Let me ask them a question, madam. Nilma, you can ask your question now.
Yeah. You said for creating new table also we will be charged like once we purchase the ServiceNow license.
Hmm.
So like, do we have any different plans for purchasing? Like overall should be covered like that. Eh,
So that is based on the number of users count. Okay. See, if you take AHA subscription, so if you are taking it for one member, they will charge actually one amount. If you are purchasing five licenses means, so 5 members can use that license. 5 members can log into it and they can watch the videos, right? So likewise here, how many members are actually using ServiceNow in the organization? Based on that, they will charge it.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose if they have purchased a ServiceNow licensing for 20,000 employees, more than that, if more than 20,000 employees, if they are using means, ServiceNow will charge actually extra amount.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any questions, madam? You are trying to ask me a question, madam? Yes. So the question here is, can we modify the ServiceNow provided tables? Yes, we can modify it, but we can't delete it. There are 5,500 tables which are coming from ServiceNow, right? So we can modify them. Yes, we can modify them, but we can't delete them. You can rename the table names, table labels. So if you go to the table here, incident table. Incident table is actually coming from ServiceNow directly, right? Okay, if I want to change the label of the incident table, as an incident, I want to keep it. I can save this one as well. I can modify ServiceNow provided tables as well, but I can't delete it. Okay, these are out of the box ServiceNow provided tables, right? You can't delete them. You can create new tables in the database. Okay, hope you have got an idea.
Sir, can we duplicate a table like the ServiceNow provided incident table? Can we duplicate it?
Yeah, we can duplicate it.
Okay.
We can duplicate it. If you right click, there should be one option to duplicate. So how to make the duplicate and all? So instead of duplicating it, we can inherit it. That inheriting is nothing but duplicating only.
Okay.
So same incident table, if you want to duplicate it, you have to inherit it. See here, task is also another table. So we are duplicating incident table same as task table. Getting my point? Task is a table. So we want as task table, we want another table. Then I created an incident table. I am extending task table. So that you will be able to understand slowly.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have already any SQL touch, the tables concept for you will become very easy. Okay. Yes. It is as simple as it is. Okay. Okay, guys, and keep up your good work. And I see few people joined today. Are you guys in Monday mood? Hmm? So I would request you to join the sessions continuously, guys. Okay. And I'll see you out there in tomorrow's session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.